Well, breaking now, Hurricane Idalia strengthening into a Category 4 storm. This is a live look right now from Palm Harbor, Florida.
And millions of people in the southeast are bracing for the life-threatening storm, bringing strong winds and a devastating storm surge. That storm expected to make landfall in just a matter of hours. Thanks for joining us this morning. I'm Corey James.
Good morning. I'm Tanaya Wright. A closer look at those impacts already slamming the Gulf Coast of Florida this morning. New video showing the first bands of rain hitting. Look at this. Homes along the coast bringing with it strong winds. The storm surge and the flooding already moving in overnight. In some places, those waters expected to rise more than 10 feet. Thousands of people have already evacuated, and now the clock is ticking as the storm gains momentum over the Gulf of Mexico. Meteorologist Jackie Layer is in the Weather Center this morning tracking the hurricane as it makes its way closer and closer to the Florida coast. So Jackie, what are people seeing there right now, and what are they expecting through the morning?
Well, throughout the morning, we're talking over the next couple of hours, those areas that are right along the Big Bend where we could be dealing with that landfall over the next couple of hours. We'll be watching as that inches its way closer. It's moving north-northeast at a good clip at about 18 miles per hour. So it is moving pretty quickly now. That forward speed wasn't quite that high earlier with this storm, but we're also noticing all these other rain bands that are wrapping around and still impacting, say, the middle of the coastline there along the Gulf from Tampa down towards Bradenton and even down towards Cape Coral. And they have been under some tornado watches and even a few tornado warnings overnight on top of some of the storm surge impacts, as well as some power outages associated with that wind. So we'll be watching as that storm inches closer, already noticing those power outages topping out at least 18,000 right around the Tampa Bay area, even over towards St. Petersburg and Clearwater. Now, a Category 4 storm, and as of, again, the 6 a.m. update, 130-mile-per-hour winds will move its way north and east, still as a Category 2 storm as it moves over land. So it will weaken, but still a potent, powerful storm, even as it moves into southern Georgia, before eventually weakening to a tropical storm. I'll certainly have more details. Look at our local weather coming up. Shanika's here with the On4 and look at those roadways. How's traffic?
All right, so we're going to start out looking at northern Virginia. Again, 95 heading northbound, 66 east and west, and the mixing bowl. Most of that looks good. Now, once you head off of your major roadways, you got a crash, and that is right off of Fairfax County Parkway, right near 95. Then we have one off of Franconia Road, and that is right near South Van Dorn Street. So do be careful in this area if you're heading and traveling in this direction, trying to get to your major roadways. Now, looking at the top side of the Beltway, that is looking good through Silver Spring past Connecticut Avenue, and I'm expecting the roadways to look just the same until about the 7 o'clock hour. So you should be all A-okay.
All right, Shanika, thank you. Your time right now is 6:02.
A quick look at your Know and Go headlines this morning. First up, DC tourism numbers are seeing a post-pandemic rebound. Nearly 22 million people traveled to the district last year. That is according to Destination DC. The organization is planning to launch a new tourism campaign this fall.
And some good news for Metro riders. 4 closed Green Line stations are set to reopen ahead of schedule. Greenbelt, College Park, University of Maryland, Hyattsville Crossing, and West Hyattsville stations will open Saturday. Those stations have been closed since July for maintenance.
And the National Zoo is reopening this morning after a bomb threat. Yesterday, the zoo evacuated staff and visitors after they received that threat. Bomb squads and police searched the zoo, but no explosives were found. All right, well, heads up, if you were leaving town for the Labor Day holiday this weekend, the worst travel day is expected to be tomorrow.
Yeah, DC News Now's Liberty Zabala is live in Springfield this morning with what you need to know before you pack your bags and head out. Liberty, good morning.
Good morning, Corey and Tanaya. Well, pack your patience. The roads behind me are looking smooth for now, but AAA expects the most travelers to hit the roads and board their flights as early as tomorrow. So here's what you need to know if you're one of those travelers. The worst times to travel tomorrow are between 2 p.m. and 6 p.m. That's when the roads are expected to be busiest. So you may want to hit the roads in the early morning hours or the very late evening hours. Now, the best time to travel tomorrow is before 7 a.m. For Friday, the traffic is expected to be worse between 11 a.m. and 9 p.m. The best time to travel on Friday is before 11 in the morning. Now, AAA says travel bookings are up 4% over last year. For flyers, the most crowded days at the airport are expected to be tomorrow and Friday. Now, the worst crowds are also expected on the Tuesday and Wednesday coming back. So if you're trying want to beat the crowds returning home, you may want to come back on Saturday. That is expected to be the least crowded day at the airport. Now, also, if you are heading to the beaches this weekend, Idalia may impact your plans. So just be aware that places like Ocean City and Virginia Beach will see a high rip current risk in the water. So be very careful out there with your families. For now, live here in Springfield, Liberty Zabala, DC News Now.
Liberty, thank you. And speaking of traveling out there on the roadways ahead of Labor Day coming this weekend, Virginia transportation officials saying they're suspending most road work on major highways. That'll last from noon Friday to noon next Tuesday. Officials say motorists may still encounter some work zones, and travel trends suggest that Interstate 95 northbound is expected to be heavily congested on Monday. And attention to drivers, Virginia's 22nd annual Drive Sober or Get Pulled Over campaign is in full effect right now. There will be sobriety checkpoints across the state, and officers will step up patrol now through Labor Day holiday weekend. Reports show impaired driving was cited as a factor in almost 7,000 crashes and over 270 deaths in Virginia last year. And the state of Maryland is updating its learner's permit test. That test will now be offered in 17 languages, including sign language. It's part of Governor Wes Moore's focus on equity and access, and hearing impaired drivers can also take the test on an automated testing system.
Add it all up, and DC's diversity of experiences is truly unmatched. There's only one DC.
And this morning, a new push to bring tourists back into the district. Destination DC's campaign called There's Only One DC is set to start in just a couple months. And right now, things are looking up for DC's rebounding travel and tourism industries.
That is right. Destination DC says in 2022, the city welcomed almost 22 million visitors. That's about 90% of what the city saw before the pandemic. This includes 1.2 million international visitors, closer to 60% of what was seen before COVID. The new Destination DC campaign highlights the city's monuments, museums, and memorials, along with its dining, culture, and outdoor activities.
All right, Americans may be back to their pre-pandemic quitting habits. New job numbers are pointing to a potential cooling off of that so-called Great Resignation. A little more than 2% of employed Americans quit their jobs back in July. That's the lowest since January 2021 and falls closer in line with pre-pandemic numbers. The National Zoo will reopen today after a bomb threat yesterday. Zoo officials say they received that threat just before 11 o'clock yesterday morning. Now, visitors and staff were evacuated as a precaution. Bomb squads went through the zoo but found no evidence of hazardous materials. The zoo will open normally this morning at 8 o'clock. And it's just one of several bomb threats across D.C. and Maryland. Yesterday, authorities were sent to John F. Kennedy High School in Wheaton-Glenmont. Within the last 2 weeks, 2 other incidents also took place at Montgomery Mall and Bethesda and at Bullis School, a private school in Potomac. Officials say all 3 threats were fake. And we spoke with a former FBI agent about the threats.
That is right. The FBI says making a hoax threat is a serious federal crime. Bomb threats at both Montgomery Mall and the Bullis School are believed to be connected to the same person. Those threats just days apart on August 18th and the 22nd. Yesterday morning, a bomb threat at John F. Kennedy High School, and later an email threat to the National Zoo.
Bomb threats can be actually threats leading to an actual bombing, and so they all have to be taken seriously. The technology we have today, some of these types of threats that come in, you get pretty quick notification of where the call is originating from.
Now, the FBI uses information from phone providers and IP addresses to track down threats through email and phone calls.
In Virginia this morning, we're learning about a cyber attack on the state retirement system. A contractor of the system called Pension Benefit Information, or PPI, is reporting someone accessed one of its servers back in May and downloaded private information. They say it includes information like names, partial addresses, social security numbers, and date of birth. More than 230,000 people who are retirees and beneficiaries could be impacted. PPI says it's offering impacted Virginians access to 12 months of complimentary credit monitoring and identity restoration solutions. And Virginia Governor Glenn Youngkin is calling lawmakers back to Richmond. Negotiators have been working on a compromise for the state budget. Lawmakers will come back a week from today to consider that deal. It would ramp up spending on education and offer some tax relief. All right, if you get paid Friday, you may be getting 3 paychecks in September. And while the extra cash is exciting, financial advisors are recommending that you make a plan with it.
That is right. Our Ben Dennis is stretching your dollar this morning.
Hey, there are 3 paychecks in 1 month. Well, bi-weekly earners slated to get paid Friday could get just that. But before opting to splurge, certain debt and savings alternatives could help you in the short and in the long term. Not everybody getting checks every other week will get an extra check during the same months. Well, you might not get one in September because workers who received their first check on January the 6th this year will see months with 3 payments in March and September, according to Alliant Credit Union. If you had to wait until January 13th to get paid, your 3 paycheck months will be June and December. A word of caution, don't go on a spending spree. Get yourself out of debt first. Consider investments and other financial goals like emergency funds. And think about making a bill payment early. Back to that debt, consider putting the extra paycheck toward the debt with the highest interest rate. If you're eyeing the savings route, check savings accounts interest rates. More on those at dcnewsnow.com. Just search best savings accounts. Ben Dennis, back to you.